Hello and welcome back. This is Jay Byron from Custom Painted Gun Stocks and Tony Medlin from Hillbilly Customs. And this would be part 2 of our what we do here at Custom Painted Gun Stocks and Hillbilly Customs and Graving. But here today we're here to finish up kind of that video on part 1 of what we started talking about more extent about the hydro dipping process. And that's what we do here, as well as custom paint. That's what we mostly do, is to custom paint. The hydro dip, we got into that about 3 or 4 years ago, and TWN certified, and so we do that for some people that want their guns camoed or some pretty wood grain on them like this, but anyway, we're going to talk about that process a little bit, and that's what this video is for, because we have a lot of people ask us about the durability of the hydro print, and and so that's what the video is for. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to cover everything about it, so educate you more about it, so you know more about it. And actually, the hydro transfer printing, the water transfer printing, however you want to word it, is actually just a thin mid coat for the process. It's something that goes over a base color, and it's basically just a decoration. And then the clear coat goes over top of that. And that's one important thing that you need to know as far as choosing a hydro printing company, is that make sure that there's a clear coat put over it. And there's a lot of guys out there that do this service and do a very good job at it. But there is a lot of companies that offer it. Yeah. And very many companies that offer it. So that's just something that we're here to talk about. It's things to look out for, pros and cons about it, and on choosing who you use to do your hydro print, because we can't print everybody's guns, can we, Tony?
No, not everybody.
But there's we'll be more than glad to try to assist you with it if we can, and contact us if you'd like us to do so. But we're just going to go over some of the things that you need to know, and because we go to the gun shows, and at the shows a lot of people ask us, it's like, hey, how's that hold up? Does that stuff chip off? Well, I heard it rubs off. Tony, you've heard all those questions asked before, haven't you?
Yeah.
So and it will if it's not done correct. And if the right process is not done. And so what we have here, we have a couple samples up here, and this is some customer work. This right here is a Mauser that was seen on the prior video on part 1, and then this right here is a 7400 Remington that was in our part 1 video, and these were done by Custom Painted Gun Stocks, and that's actually a multi-cam with a carbon fiber print over top of that. So. But what we have here is we're going to discuss to you how the durability, how important it is to find out, what you need to know. And underneath both of these is this primer right here, and that's the last stages. That's a primer surfacer. And underneath that is actually a 2-part epoxy primer. And they're very good, compatible for wood and adhesion, and they're very durable. All the cuts, nicks, scrapes, everything's fixed and repaired in them. And then everything's primed, and the process, we do everything step by step, the way it needs to be done. And so going over that, you can see this. Now, what we have here is a camo gun, and right here and here, both of them are Mossbergs. And this one is a brand new one, right out of the box. Has never been shot before. And it's a little turkey thug with a camo print. The pattern looks nice. And then right here we have a gun that's been used. And this is a Mossberg. It's a customer drop-off, and that's done by the factory too. So these were not done by any outside company. These were done in-house factory, I guess, by Mossberg or whoever they contract out to do that. So, yeah. But anyway, this is the differences. This is what you got to ask your hydro transfer printing guy, because there's kind of like, I would call kind of like a price wars out there. There's so many people doing it. Yeah. And it seems to me, Tony, and you've seen it too, because we've looked at price lists, and it seems to me that everybody wants to see how cheap they can do it, as far as price, because
they think cheaper is better.
Well, the cheaper the better. They think, well, it's like, well, hey, this guy's doing guns for, he's doing guns for 120. Well, I can get all of his work if I do it for 100. Yeah. And then this other guy says, well, I can do it for 80. So I'm
name that too.
Yeah, so I'm higher than everybody else, and I admit that. And there might be somebody that's higher than I am, but if they are, I know that they're using a good product. Yeah. And that's what I use is a good product, and that's the reason why I am higher than everybody else. I guess it is because that's just what I'm going to use. And there's some people that come in here in our store. It's like, hey, I just want my gun camoed. I don't want nothing fancy. I just want it camoed, and you know, it doesn't have to be pretty or whatever. And I usually send them to somebody else locally that does it as well, that can do it cheap, because I just don't do them. If I can't use my product, I just don't want to do them at all. And you know, it's just a choice, you know, that I made. You know, so
we don't want to do nothing cheap that's going to come back and somebody's going to say, well, this here didn't work. Why did it didn't work? Well, you wanted to pay, you know, $200 less.
Exactly. Yeah. So that, you know, and that's the reason why. It's just, you know, but it's to show the, you know, this video is actually show the consumer, you know, what you're getting and kind of what to look out for. And if you have an old gun that you're proud of and you want to keep in nice shape and you want it to look just as good 20 years down the road, and everything be the same like it did the day you picked it up, you know, then you know, this is questions you need to ask, and just make sure you put a good product on there. And like I said, this is from the factory, and this is a Mossberg. And what we see here is that around the trigger guard here, the camo is actually coming back off down to the plastic. And right here, the camo is pretty much just worn off and faded off the magazine tube. And here's, you can see the base color underneath this camo. And then on top here, it's come completely off. And that was actually our gunsmith was actually working on this gun. And he got a little bit of gun cleaner on it. And he said, the camo just come right off. Jay, can you just touch that up? Well, it's not that easy. I just can't touch that up, you know, because that's a water transfer, you know. So actually to do it and do it right and get it back, you know, to be in the right is to redo the gun, you know, and take this down and completely redo it. And that's something we want you to avoid having to do, you know, because that's just going to cost you more down the road if you have to do it again or 2 or 3 more times because the camo is wearing off. Yep. So this video is about is how important the ground coats and the top coats are to put over these prints, because these prints, they will wipe off and they're not protected. They got to have a finish over top of them, a top coat over top of them, you know, for them to be able to hold up.
If you want to change up camo patterns in each season, I mean, yeah,
that's different. Yeah, that's your money, not mine. So, and it can be my money if you choose me. So, but anyway, we're just going to show you, you know, basically the durability, because a lot of people ask us, it's like, hey, well, you know, when I'm cleaning my gun and I got gun cleaners, what if I get it on the camo? Is it going to take it off? Well, it did on this one. So I could say, well, it will. It just depends, you know. But on mine, it will not come off. It will not come off with any kind of gun cleaner. Now, if you put it in a sonic cleaner and let it sit in there in a vat, now, you know, that's basically give it an acid bath. That you might have a chance doing it.
Yeah, that would come off.
Yeah, but Tony's going to show you right here. We have a 5-gallon can of cleanup thinner we use for our paint guns, and this is 100% virgin lacquer thinner. So Tony, go ahead and wet that rag. Good with that, you know. And this stuff is highly flammable. This would be just as stronger than any kind of gun cleaner out there. And he's got the rag good and clean on it. So he's going to wipe down this stock real good. Go ahead and wipe it good. And so this is lacquer thinner right over top of this stock, right over the top of the top coat. And you see, it's just wet. There's nothing to it. And the finish is not sticky or nothing, because the finish on it is hard. It's got the 2-part clear coat finish in it. So if you take and wipe this right here back down, all it does is basically, you wipe lacquer thinner over our product, all it's going to do is clean it. So it's not going to take the clear coat off, it's not going to take the print off. It's good and secure, so you don't have to worry about that. And that's the same way with this one right here. You can wipe it down with lacquer thinner. Now Tony's going to put a little bit more thinner on this rag. And we got a piece that we did with some cheap stuff that we could do a lot cheaper here, but we just don't offer that. But this is a little AR-15 part, and as you see, Tony's going to wipe this with the same cleaner, same thinner, and he's going to clean that right off. If he had a little bit of time, he can probably clean every bit of that print off.
Yeah, within a few minutes.
Within a few minutes, and look at that. To me, that's a mess, ain't it? Oh, so anyway, that's something that you got to look out for.
Like not even putting it on there.
And we would try it on this gun and this gun, but we know
what would happen.
We know it would happen. It would take it off, and so that's what you got to look for. You got to, you know, that's the quality that you need to to ask your hydro transfer guys, like, you know, it's like, yeah, well, if I use a lacquer clear and I put a lacquer clear over it, you know, and I put several coats on it, it should be fine. But no, it wouldn't be fine. This is certain things that you got to look out for, and stuff like this, aerosol stuff. I mean, I just would recommend to not use these. Even your do-it-yourselfers. You know, there's a lot of you guys that like to do it yourself. You know, that would want to go out there and do this, and you can put this, like I said, it's not so bad if you want to put it on a hunting gun or something like that. It's okay to do that, but like I said, if you're wanting a good quality finish and you don't want this print to come off, just make sure that these processes are done, you know, with the right primers, with the right top coats, right clear coats, and then you won't have any kind of problem with your finishes.
Like I said, if you want to change your pattern up every season,
yeah,
it's fine.
And I'm not completely bashing spray bomb stuff. They have Rust-Oleum has all the camouflage paints, and if you're in the field and you're out there and your gun's ugly, and you don't care if it's ugly, and you want to paint it yourself, there's nothing wrong with that at all. But if you have something really nice that you're really proud of, you know, say like you got this gun here and you're wanting to keep this as a family heirloom, or if you have a real nice camo gun, you're wanting to keep it nice and keep it. But that is one thing you just got to make sure that you look out for, is that you have a good quality product underneath this print and on top of this print, and that is the key to having your water transfer hold up. And so that's just what we wanted to show you guys. We just want to show you the differences, and you know, and like I said, if somebody gives you a price that's way too cheap, you know, ask them about this. Ask them, so, well, hey, what do you use for a ground coat? You know, what do you use for a top coat? You know, study about it a little bit. Email me, ask me questions. I'll be glad to answer them for you. Give me a call. My number's on my website. So, and I don't mind answering for you, because, you know, it's like I said, if you're a consumer and you're paying to get this done, if you're like me, I want to go ahead and pay the money up and get it done right the first time. But you
don't have to worry about it.
Not have to worry about it.
2 times,
yeah,
3 times.
Yeah, exactly. Sort of like having your car painted at Mako, or you know, or some place that offers paint jobs for $2.99 on your car, and then you got another place that offers $3,000 to do the same paint job. I think I would choose the one for $3,000. So, you know, because you know you're getting a better quality product. It's going to hold up a lot longer, you know, for weather and you know, like I said, with the guns, weather, gun cleaner. You know, it's like there's a lot of spray bombs out there, like at Walmart and all these other places. They say, oh, this is, you know, this right here, I believe it says, this can right here says a clean metal primer, and it's ultimate finish for, you know, and it's what does it say? It's on bare, painted, or lightly rusted metal. You don't put primer over rusted metal, so that's the one thing that you do not do. And twice the rust protection is superior adhesion. So this stuff, I can actually put this on a barrel of a gun that's clean, and then I can take pre-cleaner and wipe it all right off. And you're not supposed to be able to do that. So
that's not good.
That's not good. So that's just, you know, that's just something that you got to look after, is when you're going through this and you want a job done right, that's just what you got to look out for. And you know, you need to know about the quality. You know, it's like, you know, Duracoat is a good product that's put over, you know, bare steel, you know, that works very well for hydro print. So I can answer a lot of your questions about people, you know, that might be wanting to get this done, or like, you know, like I said, I have a website and I do this for a service, so I'd be more than glad to help you with it if you decide to undertake a project on your own. But just wanted to educate you a little bit on, you know, about the service and what to look out for, because Tony, I don't know how many people's out there doing it. Like I said, there's probably 1 million, you know, that I know of, you know, and you know, because like I said, it's a booming service, and a lot of people do it. And like I said, there's a lot of companies out there that do a very good job at it. But that's just something to ask your company that's doing it for you. Say, hey, what kind of primer are you going to put on top of this? Or, you know, you're putting a satin finish. What kind of clear is it? Is it a 2-part? You know, or is it a lacquer? I mean, if they say a lacquer, it's like, hey, well, can I pay a little extra to get the better clear on it? Because, you know, they may be just keeping, you know, what should, you know, they think it's in your price range, but they'd be more than happy to put a more of a top quality product on the gun, which could raise their bar as far as, you know, on far as pricing. Yeah. So, and doing a better job, because the prints, they look great. you put, this print right here looks great, but it's never been shot. But this one right here, they haven't been used that much, and the customer's like, man, this stuff is coming right off. And, you know, there's a reason, because there's not a good top coat put over it.
If any.
If any. I'm not sure what they put on from the factory, but I've heard from a lot, like even this one right here, as you see right here, this one right here is starting to come off on the top edge. And this gun, it's only been in our rack for sale. So we hadn't even, you know, nobody's ever even shot this gun. But it looks fine, but it'll probably start looking faded out like this eventually, is what I'm assuming. You know, so that's just something, if you're wanting a good job, those are certain things you need to look out for in the water transfer print. And we'll have more videos on our process and our prep process, and you can subscribe to our channel and see some of the stuff that we do. We're going to be doing, you know, certain videos of our process, our priming and prepping and our top coats and everything. And like I said, you've seen a little bit of the quality of this top coat with the lacquer thinner rubbed on top of it, and it doesn't affect our finish at all. So it's even rubbed on this one, and it still shines just like new. Money, I wouldn't suggest rubbing your gun down with lacquer thinner, even with our top coat on it. But, you know, a lot of these cleaners have that kind of potent to them, you know, to where they will rub off the camo.
And some people use brake cleaner to clean their guns, and guess what?
Brake cleaner will take that right off right there, I can guarantee you. So that's just, you know, and plus this could be a tip for you guys that just bought brand new camo guns. Be careful of how you clean it, because I don't know if it comes with an instruction manual on how to take care of the finished product.
I would hope so.
Yeah, well, I hope so too. But anyway, I know that our stuff, we're always going to put a good top coat on it. We're always going to put a good ground coat on it, because that's the kind of name we want to have. We want, you know, we want to make sure our product holds up. So, but anyway, if you ever have any questions, just email us at my email is jay@custompaintedgunstocks.com. And you can reach my email, or you can go to my website and fill out my contact form, or give me a call if you have any questions, and we'd be glad to answer it. And like I said, that's what we're here for, and that's what this video is for, is to educate you more on you know. And the reason why we did this video is because Tony and I both have been at the show, and that is what people come by, and that's what probably 80%, probably closer to 90% of the questions that's asked is what we just went over. And
how good is it? Will it last? Will cleaning it, you know, take it off and stuff like that?
That's right.
Tell them it depends on.
It depends on the quality.
Yeah, it depends on the quality and who done it.
Exactly, and like I said, there's a lot of companies out there putting a top quality product out there, but I don't know who they are, because I don't know what everybody uses for ground coats. They don't necessarily know what I use. I mean, I can tell what I use is your thing on the top finishes, and on the steel I use Duracoat, and we bake the stuff and everything. But we definitely believe in a good top quality top coat, and that's what we believe in here. So, anyway, just for reference, this is just about reference, so you guys would know. So, and because we want you to get a good top quality job, if that's what you're looking for, we're out here to help you out on doing that. So again, my contact info is, here's one's my cards right here, and that's my phone number, 704-320-3171. And then there's my web address, and there's my email, jay@custompaintedgunstocks.com. So, and our website's custompaintedgunstocks.com. So feel free to check us out. Get on the web and look at the rest of our stuff. And like I said, we mainly, specialize in custom paint and logos and airbrushing and all kinds of stuff. But this water transfer, we've been doing this for a while, so we're just kind of trying to teach the consumer more about it. So you guys make sure you get the right product and get a good product.
Yep.
A good quality.
And there's a way that you can take and save money by getting a shotgun, just regular wood, blued, and then bringing it to us and having it dipped.
Yeah, we'd be more than happy to do it for you. But like I said, if you didn't use this, and you decide to use another company that's local to you, or you have a friend that does it, or something, just ask. Just ask them. It's like, hey, I want mine to be good. I want a good, tell them you've been to my website. Tell them you've seen my video. And you know, because they'd be more than happy to do it for you, because they just, like I said, a lot of times these guys are in competition with other guys that do it, and I decided not to be in competition with those guys. I decided to, you know, name my prices and use my product, what I use, and I'm going to be higher, but I feel more comfortable when I'm finished with the job, and I can sleep at night knowing that camo is going to stay on there, and that finish is going to be good. So,
and they don't have to come back within, you know, a year and have it redone.
Exactly. So, you know, but that's the truth about the hydro transfer print stuff. And like you said, Tony's got that piece that he just showed you wiping off. That's the differences in it. And I mean, this piece right here, I mean, that was done with what I just showed you. So of the you know, the lacquer clear and the white base spray bomb stuff, it's just a big difference. So anyway, that's what to look out for, and that's what we're trying to educate you guys on. And so you know, when you get this ready to get this done, you'll know more about it. Hopefully this helped. You know. So anyway, we hope it helped anyway. So anyway, glad you watched, and that finishes up our segment for what we do here.
For
and
number two.
So, and then plus we got a lot more projects we got going on. And if you want to subscribe to our channel, Custom Painted Gun Stocks, on our YouTube channel, subscribe to it. And we've got some pretty cool projects going on. We got a Vepper, we got an AR-15.
The Ira Johnson shotgun.
We're getting ready to restore an Ira Johnson shotgun, and that's going to have the water transfer print on it, and Duracoat work, and it's going to have a very nice top coat finish on it. And it's going to hold up for life, because this man's wanting it over his mantle, and he wants to hand it down from generation to generation. Can't have the print rubbing off, can we, Tony?
No, can't have that.
Yeah, that's right. So it needs to be on there after we're long gone, right?
Yep.
So, and it's going to be on there after he's long gone, and that's the whole thing. You know, it's like, you know, it's if you're going to get it done right.
Yep.
And do it right the first time, and put good quality finish on it, because if you're making an effort to have it done, that's making an effort. And I would say, you know, do it up nice.
Yep.
So thanks again for watching, and like I said, our web address is at CustomPaintedGunstocks.net, and you can reach me at j@CustomPaintedGunstocks.com, JAY, that is, at CustomPaintedGunstocks.com, and you can reach Tony. You want to tell them your web address if they want some engraving done?
Tony Tiger HK45 at yahoo.com.
Okay, and Tony, he's the one that does that fancy engraving that you've seen in part 1 of what we do. So anyway, thanks for watching, and stay tuned in and subscribe to our channel, because we got a lot more coming. We're going to keep a lot more videos coming, aren't we, Tony? We like doing this, don't we?
Yeah, it's getting fun.
Yeah, we feel like we're movie stars or something. So anyway, you guys have a good day, and like I said again, thanks for watching.